Okay, this is how you fix that buzzing sound through the amplifier. Sounds like a jet engine taking off on a 2013 Ford Explorer. I believe these are the models 2011 to 2015. You're going to start off by taking off this rear inner panel. You're going to unscrew this. Those just unscrew. I'm going to need both hands to do that. You're going to unscrew that one. You're going to pop this out. You're going to take the weather stripping off and pop this whole thing out. So we'll get started on that. And what we're trying to get to is the amplifier so we can ground it better, because that's why it's making that noise. It's not grounded properly, and the amplifier is right back here. So we have to take this whole panel off to get to the amplifier that's in there. Okay, once you get these unscrewed, you're going to pop this panel out, and you also want to put that middle seat down, middle passenger side seat down, because it's going to be a lot easier to get this panel out. So the panel, you just start popping it out. You're going to pull the weather stripping back, get your hands down in there. If I can get in there. Might help you grab a screwdriver or something, but you catch the gist. Start pulling it out this way. You get up under that weather stripping. This is in the way, so you're going to have to pull that out. Smooth that. Just pull it back, but you get the gist. You just start popping this out along the whole rear length of the car. And it all comes out, see? Just like that. Then you're going to move around up here. Start popping it out there. It's already come out from underneath the weather stripping. There you go. That's a good sound. We want that. Move this little piece. Put that in later. There we go. We can pull that back. Let me get a light so you can see this. So that's your amplifier right there. We need to unbolt that sucker and get it out so we can ground it better. Here's our amplifier. That's what's causing that noise to come through the speakers, because it's not grounded properly. Again, it's located over the rear wheel. You can see that wheel hub, or whatever the heck we want to call it. There's a back window, mid window. It's right here. So the actual ground for the amp is up under this, and behind there is a side airbag, so I'm not going to fool with that. But the reason the amp's making that noise is in the factory they grounded it on top of painted metal, so it can't get a good ground on the paint. They need to ground it on bare metal. So what we're going to do is unplug the amp here and down here. After we do that, we're going to unbolt it from the body of the car here and here. And once we unbolt it, we're going to run grounds from here on the amp and down there on the amp. We're going to run a ground from here to here and here to here. Now it sounds really hard, but keep watching it. It's way easier than you think. So it's not complicated. It's a very simple way to fix this. So we're going to get to taking this off. I'll see you in a minute. All right, so we've gotten the amp out, and what we're going to do next is we're going to take some sandpaper right here and see where this is black painted metal. We're going to sand that until we can see silver metal on there. I'm going to clean that up. We're going to do that on both sides. On the front side and the back side. We're going to do the same one on this, front, back. And what we're also going to sand this hole and this hole is where the amplifier bolts into the car. We're going to sand around that as well, so there's bare metal there too. Do that with sandpaper as well. Alright, so once you got that sanded, what we're going to do, we're going to take some wire and we're going to create grounds. And we're going to ground the wire from here to here. So what I did, I got some 6-gauge wire. It's very thick. And what I did, I'm making a ground. So you can buy 8-gauge wire, get about, this is more than enough, so 1 foot long each. You're going to get these little things, stick them on the ends and solder them on the ends. That's where your bolts go through to ground out. So you're going to clean that plastic off so you have wire sticking out like that. You're going to stick one of these around it. Once it's on there, you're going to crimp it with pliers and then solder down in the top of it so it's secure. Now it would help if you have one of these wire cutters to strip that wire. Look up how to use this, but it's really easy to make these grounds. So you're going to unbolt this, run the bolt through here, bolt it back onto the car over here with that bolt running through a yellow one on this end too. Alright, this is how I hooked my grounds up. I unscrewed this little bolt here, it's 6.5 millimeter, take it all the way out, sand under it, then take your ground, put it in there, run the bolt back through it, screw it in, tighten it up. Same thing up here. And now we're going to take the bolts that bolted this black base to the car, run it through that, and then screw it right here. And then screw it back into the car. These are the 2 holes that the bolts go into. We sanded those just to make them clean because our grounds go in there. One thing I forgot earlier, there is a 3rd bolt you have to take out over here to get the amp out, but no need to run a ground to that. Here is the finished product. All we got to do is put this panel back on and we're ready to go. We got those extra grounds on there. There's a forum on Explorer Forums, something like that tells you how to do this. I'll put a link in the description. But this is how you fix that whining amplifier noise through the speaker that moves faster or slower based on acceleration of the vehicle. Hope this helped. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thanks for watching.